Are you starting to feel like your own legs are keeping a little secret from you? That feeling when you go to stand up and there's a brief moment of negotiation with gravity you don't remember having before. Or when you look at a flight of stairs and it feels less like a simple climb and more like a real physical challenge. Maybe you just feel a subtle lack of confidence in your own footing as you walk across the living room, even when your spirit is high and your mind is as sharp as ever. If any of this resonates, I want you to hear this loud and clear. This is not just a part of getting older that you have to accept, and you have far more power over it than you think. There is a simple, fundamental way to help your legs regain that feeling of strength, reliability, and lightness. It doesn't involve grueling gym sessions or complicated treatments. It involves giving your body 3 specific nutrients it might be silently asking for. In this video, we're going to pull back the curtain on 3 vital vitamins that can have a profound impact on your leg strength, sometimes in a surprisingly short time. This isn't about trendy supplements or quick fixes. These are foundational building blocks that have helped countless people over 60, just like you, reclaim their stability, their confidence, and their freedom of movement without overhauling their daily lives. So if you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, this is for you. Stick with me, because I'm not just going to name these 3 vitamins. I'm going to explain exactly how they work together, the right way to take them for maximum effect, and a crucial detail that almost everyone overlooks. Let's begin this straightforward journey to stronger legs and a more confident you. But first, if you find value in what we discussed today, take a second to hit that subscribe button so you're always in the loop. And I'd love to know who I'm talking to, so drop a comment and tell me where you're joining from. It's a true pleasure to see our community connect from all corners of the globe. Now, let's get right to our first vitamin. And in many ways, it's the bedrock of everything else we'll talk about. It's called vitamin D3, and if you're past the age of 60, this single nutrient is likely more critical for your leg health than you've ever been told. Think of vitamin D3 as the foreman on a construction site. Your bones are the structure, and your muscles are the workers. Without a good foreman directing the crew, work becomes slow, inefficient, and unsafe. Vitamin D3 is that foreman, ensuring your body can actually use calcium to fortify your bones and commanding your muscles to contract with strength and precision. But here's the catch, and it's something most of us don't learn until we start feeling the effects. As we age, especially after 60, our body's ability to produce its own vitamin D3 drops off a cliff. It's no one's fault, it's a natural shift. Your skin just doesn't make D3 from sunlight as effectively. You might be spending more time indoors, which is perfectly normal. And even for the sunlight you do get, your body's internal machinery, your liver and kidneys, aren't as good at activating it. And so a deficit can quietly build up. It's not a sudden collapse, but a slow, creeping drain. You might first notice that your legs feel a bit like jelly, not as solid as they used to be. Getting out of a deep, comfy sofa requires a little extra push. You might feel a touch unstable on your feet, even when you feel perfectly clear-headed. Or maybe you've been woken up by sharp, sudden leg cramps, especially in your calves, that have no clear explanation. You might have even had a couple of close calls, a stumble or a trip that you dismissed at the moment but thought about later. These little whispers are often your body's way of shouting for help. It's asking for more vitamin D3. In fact, a landmark study from Harvard University revealed something startling. Older adults with low vitamin D3 levels had a roughly 40% higher risk of falls and related hospital visits. That's not a small number. It's a massive difference that highlights just how protective this vitamin is. But here's the best part. When you restore your vitamin D3 levels, the change can be remarkably fast. A fascinating study in the UK gave seniors a modest daily dose of vitamin D3, just 800 IU. In only 5 days, they saw an average increase in leg strength of nearly 20%. Think about that, a 20% improvement in less than a week. That's not just a statistic, that's the difference between struggling with stairs and walking up them with ease. So, what's the mechanism? When you have enough vitamin D3, it acts like a key, unlocking calcium from your food and directing it into your bones, keeping them dense and resilient. It also fine-tunes your muscle function, making your movements smoother and more controlled. Critically, it helps reduce low-grade inflammation, which is often the culprit behind that heavy, achy feeling in your legs. But maybe the most elegant thing D3 does is manage your neuromuscular system. The high-speed connection between your brain's commands and your muscles' actions. This connection is what allows you to instantly correct your balance if you step on an uneven patch of pavement. It's what keeps you upright and prevents a fall. It's the source of walking with a firm, confident stride. So let's talk about the practical side, how to take it correctly so your body can actually use it. For most adults over 60, a daily intake of 800 to 2000 IU of D3 is the sweet spot, safe and highly effective. But the dosage is only half the story. The how is just as important. Vitamin D3 is fat soluble, which means your body can't absorb it without fat. Taking it on an empty stomach is like trying to send a letter without a stamp. It just won't get delivered. So always take it with a meal containing some healthy fat. A breakfast with a couple of eggs, a piece of toast with avocado, or even a small bowl of full-fat Greek yogurt are all perfect. A little olive oil on your salad at lunch works just as well. The rule is simple: never on an empty stomach. And one more gentle but important tip: try taking it in the morning. Vitamin D can subtly influence your body's natural energy rhythms, and some people report that taking it late at night can disrupt their sleep. So, to put it all in a nutshell, if you've felt your legs getting weaker, if stairs have become your enemy, if you need to brace yourself to get out of a chair, or if you just want a simple, natural path to feeling more stable and secure, vitamin D3 is the most powerful first step you can take. It's not a magic cure, but it can feel astonishingly close. When you give your body exactly what it's been missing, the response is often like a wave of relief. And the best part, it's simple, inexpensive and safe. No demanding routines, just a few seconds a day to give your legs back the support they need. If this is making sense to you so far, give me a quick hello in the comments and let me know where you're watching from. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe for more videos designed specifically for seniors and those who care for them. I'm truly grateful you're here. Now let's turn to our second vitamin. This one is the unsung hero of leg health, frequently ignored but absolutely vital for your coordination, balance, and that feeling of being connected to your own body. This one may be a surprise, as its link to your legs isn't obvious. But once you see what it does, you'll understand why it's a game changer. I'm talking about vitamin B12. Think of vitamin B12 as your body's internal postal service. It doesn't build the road's bones or the car's muscles, but it delivers the mail, the electrical signals, from your brain's central post office down the long highways of your nerves to every last address in your legs and feet. Without an efficient postal service, the most important messages get lost. When you're low on B12, that's exactly what happens. Your nervous system's communication starts to break down. That's when you get those strange unexplained symptoms, a persistent tingling or pins and needles feeling in your feet, or that sensation of your legs falling asleep at odd times. Some people describe it as a feeling of being detached, as if their legs are no longer under their precise command. Even walking a straight line can feel like a sobriety test you're failing. You might feel unsteady on a perfectly level floor or notice you're veering slightly to one side. And the most infuriating part, you could be doing everything else right, eating healthy, trying to stay active, and still feel this profound leg fatigue after a very short walk. These are all classic signs that the communication network between your brain and your limbs is compromised. And for many older adults, a simple vitamin B12 deficiency is the culprit. You might be thinking, but I eat a good diet. Why would I be deficient? The answer lies in the natural changes of aging. After 60, our stomachs produce significantly less acid. This acid is crucial for breaking down food and extracting B12 from it. So even if you're eating B12-rich foods like meat, fish or eggs, your body may be unable to unlock and absorb it. Furthermore, if you take common medications like acid reflux blockers or metformin for diabetes, the absorption problem gets even worse. These medications, while necessary, create a major roadblock for B12 entering your system. So what happens when B12 levels get critically low? The nervous system, especially the very long nerves that travel to your legs, begins to degrade. The signals telling your muscles how to move become weak or scrambled. That's when you feel that imbalance, that unsteadiness, that feeling of your body not keeping up with your brain's intentions. But here is the fantastic news: correcting a B12 deficiency is usually straightforward, and the results can be transformative. Multiple studies have shown that when older adults supplement with B12, they experience dramatic improvements in balance, walking gait, and coordination, often in just a matter of weeks. The tingling, the numbness, that disconnected feeling, all begin to subside as the nervous system repairs itself. And here's what makes it so reassuring: vitamin B12 is water soluble. Your body simply uses what it needs and excretes the rest. It's gentle and extremely safe for most people. The recommended daily dose is typically between 500 and 1000 micrograms. But this is critical. You must get the right form. Look for methylcobalamin. This is the active bioavailable form of B12 that your body can use immediately. It's often sold in forms perfect for seniors, like sublingual tablets that dissolve under the tongue, chewables, or sprays. These forms bypass the digestive system entirely, delivering B12 directly into your bloodstream, the perfect workaround for an aging stomach. As for when to take it, many find that midday, perhaps with lunch, is ideal. It can provide a gentle energy lift for the afternoon and supports your nervous system when you're most active. Just try not to take it with your morning coffee or tea, as caffeine and tannins can sometimes hinder its absorption. So if you've been feeling off, wobbly, or disconnected from your legs, please don't dismiss it as just getting older. It could be something much more fundamental, something that a small daily habit can fix. When your brain and body are finally in sync again, when your nerves are firing clearly, you start to move with a newfound confidence. Your steps feel sure-footed, and that constant worry about tripping or falling starts to fade away. B12 restores the precision of your movement. It helps your legs execute your brain's commands instantly. That feeling of detachment is replaced by a deep, grounded sense of control. Don't underestimate this tiny vitamin. Its role in your independence is immeasurable. Before we cover our final, crucial vitamin, I'm curious to know where you're all from. Take a moment and type it in the comments. And if you haven't yet, tap that subscribe button to join our community. I'd be honored to have you. Now, let's discuss our third and final vitamin. This one is the true underdog, rarely getting the spotlight, yet it is fundamentally responsible for how your legs feel and perform moment to moment. It's vitamin B1, also known as thiamine. If you've barely heard of it, then this might be the most valuable part of this video for you. Think of it this way: if D3 is the foreman getting the site ready and B12 is the communication system, then B1 is the raw energy, the gasoline in the engine. Without enough B1, even the strongest muscles feel weak and unresponsive. Your legs might feel unnaturally heavy, as if you have weights tied to your ankles, or they might feel profoundly tired after minimal effort. Some people describe it as walking through wet cement. Others notice that a simple task, like walking to the mailbox or climbing a few stairs, leaves their legs aching and slow to recover. If this rings a bell, you are not alone, and it is not your fault. Here's the issue with B1. Our bodies can't store it for long, and as we get older, we're highly susceptible to losing what we have. Common medications, particularly diuretics for blood pressure, literally wash B1 out of your system. Even a daily glass of wine can deplete your B1 levels over time. And our modern diets full of processed foods are often stripped of B1. To compound the problem, our aging bodies just don't absorb it from food as well as they used to. So what is B1's job? Thiamine's primary role is to convert the food you eat into cellular energy, or ATP. This is the pure fuel your muscles burn for every single movement. It's what allows your legs to move with power, respond quickly, and recover without pain. And since your legs contain some of the biggest and hardest working muscles in your body, they are incredibly thirsty for B1. Now, here is the most encouraging part. Restoring your B1 levels can produce results incredibly fast, sometimes within a week. In multiple studies, older adults taking a daily B1 supplement reported feeling lighter on their feet, experiencing less soreness after walking, and having more stamina to finish tasks without their legs giving out. They found their off-day leg fatigue simply vanished. Most seniors thrive on a gentle daily dose of 50 to 100 mg of B1. It's best taken in the morning with your first meal, particularly a meal with some whole grain carbs or protein, which helps with its use. Think oatmeal with nuts, eggs with whole wheat toast, or a smoothie with yogurt. Try to avoid taking B1 with black tea or alcohol, which can block its absorption. What's so powerful about thiamine is that it doesn't just provide energy, it aids in recovery. So if your legs feel chronically tired or sore after simple activities like standing to cook or bending to garden, B1 can restore the resilience behind your movements. It is fuel for your freedom, working silently to make every step feel lighter and more effortless. So if you've felt that your legs are heavy, slow, or just not themselves, please consider giving vitamin B1 a chance. It's a simple, overlooked key that can unlock surprising comfort and help you walk with confidence once more. And that's it, 3 fundamental, powerful vitamins that can help you rebuild strength in your legs, often not in months but in mere days. Vitamin D3 to fortify your bones and guide your movements. Vitamin B12 to sharpen the connection between your brain and your body. And vitamin B1 to fuel your muscles and bring back that feeling of ease. These are not magic. They are essential nutrients your body has always needed. With age, sometimes we just need to lend a helping hand to keep them in balance. But please remember, it is never too late to feel stronger. It is never too late to walk with more stability. And it is never too late to care for yourself with kindness, one simple step at a time. If this video offered you even one useful piece of information, I hope you'll subscribe so we can stay connected. And please, let me know in the comments where in the world you're watching from. I love seeing this wonderful community grow. And if you are taking care of yourself or a loved one, striving to stay strong and independent through your 60s, 70s, 80s and far beyond, know that you are not alone and you are doing a magnificent job. Be good to yourself today, be kind to your body, and I will see you in the next video.